Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening, family members and friends. My name is Greg Ottaway, and it's my honor to serve as principal here at Lawsonville Elementary School. And we thank you for joining us this evening as we gather together to celebrate 28 incredible fifth grade students here at our school. We've had a wonderful school year. We've had lots of fun, we've had lots of learning, we've had lots of growing. Tonight we're going to take a look back and do some reflecting, but we're also going to look forward to see what the future holds for these students as they move on to Piney Grove next year. Again, thank you for joining us. First, let's take a look back at how our students have learned and grown over the years. Thank you, Ms. Lawson, for putting that wonderful slideshow together for our students and their families. Each year we give our fifth grade students a chance to reflect not only on their fifth grade year, but all of the years that they've attended Lawsonville Elementary School. This year we have 5 students who will be sharing their reflections. Let's take a look and listen and see what they had to say about their time here at our school.
Good evening, fellow graduates, family, and friends. My name is Reagan Dixon, and I've attended Lawsonville Elementary School for 6 years. My first year at Lawsonville, I was a kindergartner. My teacher was Miss Davis, and her assistant was Miss Fulcher. For the first few months, I could not use my left arm because I fractured my elbow when I got home for my first day of school. I remember Miss Davis had to tape my papers to my desk so that I could do my work. I learned how to add one-digit numbers, write the alphabet, and started reading books. I remember going to the Lazy Five Ranch for my first field trip. One of my favorite things in kindergarten was working in centers. I liked working at the sand and water tables. This was my first year living in the Lawsonville community, so I made a lot of new friends. My second year, I was a first grader in Miss Connor's classroom. I learned how to add and subtract 2-digit numbers and continued to improve my reading skills. My field trip in first grade was to the North Carolina Zoo. I enjoyed seeing all the different animals. I found out in first grade that Mr. Otter was an even bigger Tar Heel fan than my dad, which was very, very surprising. My third year, I was a second grader in Miss Collins' class. I remember we saw baby chicks hatch in an incubator. Our field trip in second grade was to the Natural Science Center, which had awesome activities that we could participate in. I had fun building a huge pyramid of red solo cups in Miss Collins' class. My third grade year, it was my fourth year at Lawsonville. This was my first year having more than one teacher. This was the first time I could compete in the school spelling bee. This year my teachers were Miss Marshall, Miss Smith, Miss Hester, and Mr. Beasley. I won my first school spelling bee and competed in the county spelling bee, where I finished third. Our school field trip that year was to visit places in Stokes County. We went to Hanging Rock State Park. I was excited to participate in the Houses of Harry Potter. My house, Ravenclaw, won that year. My fifth year, I was a fourth grader. My teachers were Miss Hester, Mr. Beasley, and Miss Strawn. My field trip was going to Washington, D.C. It was a great field trip. We got to see some amazing sights like the White House. It snowed while we were there. I competed and won the school spelling bee again. That year I competed and won the county spelling bee and also competed in the regional spelling bee. I participated once again in the Houses of Harry Potter, and my house, Ravenclaw, won again. I was a member of the Battle of the Books team. We won the North District and the county competitions and advanced to the regional competition in Greensboro. We finished 7th among a large group of schools. My little brother Brady started kindergarten. My 6th year, I'm a 5th grader and in my final year at Lawsonville. My teachers this year are Miss Hester, Miss Smith, and Miss Marshall. I competed and won the school spelling bee for the 3rd consecutive year. I once again competed in the county spelling bee and brought home my 2nd trophy. The regional spelling bee was canceled this year due to coronavirus COVID-19, which was very heartbreaking because I had studied several hours preparing for the bee. I was a member once again of the Battle of the Books team. We finished 2nd in the North District competition. One sad thing this year was losing our teachers, Mr. Beasley and Miss Strawn, who both transferred to different schools. Our 5th grade field trip was to the Outer Banks. We had an awesome time after our return from the Outer Banks. We did a class project of building a lighthouse. I had a really great time building the Currituck Lighthouse, which included a working light. It was so funny seeing Mr. Ottaway roll down the sand dunes and get covered with lots of sand. In March of this year, I started online schooling from my home due to COVID-19. My basement is now my classroom. I have not been able to see my friends since the last day we attended school. Our class will miss out on 2 graduations and not being together in the 3rd and 4th quarter of 5th grade. I was unable to play softball this spring. 5th grade has really changed since the beginning of the year because of COVID-19. I have a lot of mixed feelings about leaving Lawsonville Elementary School. I've loved being a Yellow Jacket. I built a ton of amazing friendships during the past 6 years. I want to thank all my classmates, my teachers, staff, and Mr. Ottaway for making it an amazing 6 years. This could be the last time we are all in the same class since we'll be joining students from Nix Hills and Sandy Ridge at Piney Grove next year. I know I will miss all my teachers and Mr. Ottaway, but I'm looking forward to the next chapter in my life. I can't believe we will be in middle school next year. I would like to close with, once a Yellow Jacket, always a Yellow Jacket. Congratulations, everyone.
My name is Carson Smith. I've been a student at Lawsonville Elementary for 2 years, 4th and 5th grade. My other elementary years were at Pine Hall Elementary. My first year was 4th grade. I did not want to move schools, but we moved so I had to. Changing schools, my teachers were Mr. Beasley, Miss Hester, and Miss Drum. I made a lot of new friends, but I still miss my friends at Pine Hall. We went to Washington, D.C., and it was fun. It snowed and was very cold. We had bus trouble, and I have never been so glad to see Stokes County in my life. I made some bad choices and had to go to Mr. Ottaway's office. My last year is 5th grade. My teachers are Miss Hester, Miss Smith, and Miss Marshall. My classes went to the Outer Banks, and I did not want to go. We had to make a project and make a lighthouse. It was fun. I had made a lot of friends here at Lawsonville. I played basketball both years here, and I learned a lot. This year's team was season champions. We got a big trophy that is in the school. I wanted to play baseball, but we did not have enough people to play. This year we have missed a lot thanks COVID-19. You have messed it all up for us. We have missed being with our friends. We missed their graduation. School has been closed and we had to do our work at home. Now we do not get to have a 5th grade graduation like everyone else. We got to have it on YouTube. That's something. Thanks, COVID-19. Overall, I have enjoyed my time here at Lawsonville. I have made some bad choices, and I am sure I have pushed some of my teachers' buttons. My favorite teachers have been Miss Hester and Mr. Beasley. I have made a lot of friends, and I look forward to middle school. I hopes are to make good choices and do my best at my work. I want to play basketball and baseball at Piney Grove. Thank you to everyone for making my last 2 years at Lawsonville good ones.
Hello, my name is Ariel. I have been at Lawsonville Elementary for 6 years now. It has been a great opportunity for me to be in this school. I love Lawsonville Elementary, for it has taught me so much. All of my teachers have been amazing, and my principal is the absolute best. Kindergarten. I had great teachers, Miss Davis and Miss Fulcher. Thank you both so much for helping me do the right thing and helping me get to where I am today. I could not have done it without you two. I remember when we were learning how to read and write, and we did it on each other's backs. That was fun. My first field trip was to the Lazy Five Ranch. We got to ride around in a cart. We saw cows, horses, and other animals too. Thank you, Miss Davis and Miss Fulcher, for taking us to the Lazy Five Ranch and teaching me how to read and write and their importances. My favorite part of class was always circle time. 1st grade. I loved Miss Brown. She was so funny. I loved her Anna Banana stories. I loved that they were so funny. She made me laugh so much. I remember when it was Fun Friday. We finished all of our work and we could play and draw and do other things too. My first field trip was to the zoo. We saw giraffes, polar bears, and other animals. It was really cool to go to the zoo. I wish we could have stayed longer because we got to see so many animals. First thing that Miss Brown taught us was how to spell big words like reason and other things like that. I love Miss Brown, and I hope that little brother Newton gets to be in her classroom soon. 2nd grade. I love Miss Collins. She was so much fun. We got to do puzzles, games, and watch movies. It was so much fun to be in her classroom. She was kind and she always made you smile and laugh. I remember when we would have to do a spelling test every Friday. I did not like it when I did not get my Yellow Jackets books, but I learned you get what you get and you don't what you fit. My first field trip was to the Lazy Five Ranch. We got to see so many animals too, like cows, horses, we saw bees, we got to make plants for Mother's Day. My personal favorite was the tractor. It was so big and so very tall. I love that we went to the Lazy Five Ranch. I know that I already went to it, but I got to do more things because we were all much older. So thank you, Miss Collins, for being my 2nd grade teacher. I will always remember you making me smile and feel special. 3rd grade. I had 2 teachers, Miss Smith and Miss Marshall. They were both really nice. They taught me how to do the correct thing, like making better decisions and agreeing with my mom on responsibilities. Thank you so much, Miss Marshall and Miss Smith. Miss Smith was my reading teacher and social studies teacher. Miss Marshall was my math teacher. My favorite out of all of them was reading. I really like reading. It was fun. What we learned in reading was different sounds out of big words. We also learned the different articles about different things in social studies. What we learned in math class was mostly multiplication. My favorite was the nines. It was really fun to learn about the nines trick, although I still struggle with math and I try to find out the good things about it. My first field trip was the trip around Stokes County. My favorite part was when we went to Torrey's Den. It was so much fun. I love Miss Smith and Miss Marshall and they helped me when I needed it the most. 4th grade. In 4th grade, I have 3 teachers. The amazing Miss Hester, the wonderful Miss Strong, and the coolest Mr. Beasley. Thank you so much for being there for me. Mr. Beasley was my math and homeroom teacher. Miss Strong was my science teacher, and Miss Hester was my reading and social studies teacher. They all did a great job at making sure that I was learning. My favorite thing in Mr. Beasley's room was when the smartboard was going crazy, flashing different colors. Mr. Beasley said, "Just go smartboard," and we all said, "Whoop whoop." It was really cool. My favorite thing in Miss Strom's class was all the experiments. They were super different and fun. My favorite thing in Miss Hester's classroom was we got to read Ruby Holler. I love that book. It was interesting, funny, and cool. As soon as we got to chapter 1, I wanted to read the next one right away. So thank you, Miss Hester, for letting us read that book. I love my 3 teachers. They were really cool and really awesome. Thank you so much for a great year. 5th grade. I have super teachers now to have the last year in elementary school. They are Miss Hester, Miss Smith, and Miss Marshall. Miss Hester is still my amazing reading teacher. Miss Smith is my cool science teacher, and Miss Marshall is my great math teacher. They are all so talented and so cool that you want them to be your teachers, so thank you again. Learning with you as one of my teachers has been the one reason why I loved school. My first field trip was to the 5th grade, and 5th grade was the Outer Banks trip. Even though my best friend was not there, I still had a great time. My favorite part was the Wright Brothers Memorial. It was so cool and big. I love that I got to see it. 5th grade was a big change, but 6th grade is going to be an even bigger change. So thank you 3 so much for thinking about all of us. This isn't how we wanted to end our year. It's really kind of about what y'all put in for all of us. You 3 are so amazing. I love you. Thank you so much to my Lawsonville family. It has been a fun journey. Thank you so much, Mr. Oddaway, and my teachers for what y'all have done for all of us. Y'all are in my heart forever.
My name is Eli Wells. I have been at Lawsonville for only 2 years, 4th and 5th grade. It has been pretty great. My 4th grade year at Lawsonville Elementary, I had amazing math and reading teacher, Miss Smith and Miss Marshall. We did fun light-related activities. I put 2 batteries in one and the light was so bright. I also made a new friend, Austin. He was fun and so funny. On my first day, he wanted to be my friend. I also went on an amazing field trip to Washington, D.C. It was so cool. We had a great gym teacher, Mr. Moxley. He was so fun. At my old school, the janitor was kind of mean. He said, if I see you touching the wall, I'll make you clean it top to bottom. But the janitor at Lawsonville is amazing. His name is Mr. Luke. He is so fun. He likes my cat and donut shirt. And he decorates his beard with Christmas ornaments and ugly sweaters at Christmas. The teachers were so fun. I loved my 4th grade year. My 5th grade year is really good. I have amazing teachers again. I hit the jackpot this year because I have Miss Marshall, Miss Smith, and Miss Esther. I have learned a lot. I have made more friends than ever, and they are all so nice. Again, we have a great janitor. This year, we have a great new gym teacher. Her name is Miss Durham. She is fun. I like the capture the flag game we played. I went on a great field trip to the Outer Banks. It was fun. I rolled around in sand and it was amazing. But then all this COVID-19 stuff started happening and we have to stay home. I don't really like being stuck at home. I do not really like doing the homework because this is not as fun as being at school. But I can stay with my mom for a longer time because I do not have to worry about school. I still do work there, but I get to spend more time with her. I do like the Google Meet so I can see my friends and teachers. I have a great time at Lawsonville, but sadly this is my last year here, and I've loved being here. Lawsonville is an amazing school, and I am sad to leave it. It is so great to be here. I love the Encore teachers, Mr. Ottaway, and the janitors. I love the school. I'm glad I moved here.
My name is Lindsay. I have been at Lawsonville for 6 years, and I started Lawsonville in kindergarten 2014, and these are a few of my favorite memories of my past 6 years here. In kindergarten, I had Miss Marshall and Miss Gravely. I was actually in combination class with the first graders. I remember I got the Snickers award for always making other people snicker. I also remember taking a field trip to Lazy 5 Ranch with all of my friends. We thought the animals were going to tip over our wagon. In first grade, I had Miss Connor. That year, I got Super Sister of the Year. Laura was very shocked. We also took a field trip to the North Carolina Zoo. In second grade, I had Miss Collins and a student teacher, Miss Jameson. I started playing softball that year with several of my friends. We took a field trip to the Natural Science Center. We loved the tornado machine. In third grade, I had Miss Smith, Miss Gravely, and Miss Marshall. That year, we had our first EOG. We also took a tour of the Stokes County countryside. The best part of that day was Miss Smith driving around the track at 311 and chilling at Brady's store. In fourth grade, I had Mr. B, Miss Jordan, and Miss Hester. We went with the 5th graders to Washington, D.C. That was my favorite field trip, even though the bus broke down multiple times and it snowed on us. We also had class houses, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, Slytherin, and Gryffindor. I was a Hufflepuff, and I really miss not having houses in 5th grade. My 5th grade year brought back a few former teachers, Miss Hester, Miss Marshall, and Miss Smith. Sadly, 2 of our teachers changed schools. We took a field trip to Outer Banks with the 4th graders. It was great spending time on the beach and seeing the lighthouses with my friends. I also joined Battle of the Books team with Miss Lawson. COVID-19 resulted in the closure of schools in March and pretty much ruined the rest of my 5th grade year. We finished off the year with virtual learning and Google Meets. I miss having Mr. Ottaway and Officer Lawson always greeting me in the mornings before I ride out. And also, weekly, we did fun stuff in music, like going to play recorders. My favorite art project was showing sugar skulls with Miss Nagel, and I loved playing Monster Ball with Miss Durham, and Miss Art was always there to listen. So now, as I head to Patty Grove, I will miss all my old teachers. Thanks for the memories and fun times we had.
Not only did we give our fifth grade students an opportunity to reflect about their times here at our school, we also gave their teachers an opportunity to reflect on the students here at our school. Let's listen to see what they had to say.
My favorite memory of this class is them coming up and being really excited about making books. This class loved making books, and that was really exciting to see.
My favorite memory is when they get excited about learning about a new topic and they do their own research and continue learning about it at home and come in and share that with me.
My favorite memory is our field trip to the North Carolina Zoo.
This class will always hold a really special place in my heart and give me good memories because I got to have every one of them that was here for second grade. We were all in there together, and I got to have my son Wyatt, so that was really special to me too.
My favorite memory of this class involves one student, and I hate to just name one student, but it's something that always sticks out. It was with Leland, and Leland hated stink bugs very much. I bet he probably still does. And one day there was a stink bug on his table, and he asked me to get rid of it, and I was busy, so I said, wait just a minute and I'll be right there. Well, in the meantime, Leland could not stand the stink bug on his table, and he knew that I didn't want him to kill it. So he took a glue stick and he took the lid off, and he very gently pushed the glue, the sticky part of the glue, down on the stink bug's back. Then he turned the glue stick up, so the stink bug's sitting there with his legs wiggling in the air. And I thought, he was going to just let me throw the stink bug in the trash can, but no, Leland threw the whole glue stick in the trash can because he hated stink bugs that much. And I will always remember that day.
Bringing laughter into my class every day.
I would have to say that my favorite memory is when they walked into science class this year for the first time and they said, "You're teaching science? Wow, this is going to be fun."
What makes me laugh when I think about this class is how they used to always come up telling me their little jokes. They had a joke for me about every day.
Their ability to catch me off guard and surprise me.
I laugh when I think about all the wrestling conversations that we had together.
When I think of this class, I think of their ability to break out into song or dance over the least little thing.
Their desire to have fun and to enjoy themselves in combination with their need to know and to learn new things.
When I think about this class, I remember trying to teach everyone how to kick a kickball in kindergarten. And some of those memories are really funny, knowing how athletic many of them turned out to be, but kicking a kickball for them was pretty tough when they were 5.
I have to share the memory of Leland looking at White's book bag hanging on the wall one day and saying, "That sure is a big book bag. You could fit a cat in that."
One word to best describe this class is exuberant.
Persistent.
Gifted.
Fun.
Perseverance.
Very energetic.
Energetic. Yes.
My proudest moment with this class was when I could finally get through to some of the students who were a little bit reserved and weren't as easy to trust me as some other students. It took them a while to warm up to me, and not specifically any student, but I kept some little notes that they wrote me. I'll just show a few. This one's from Riley. This is my favorite piece of artwork in my file. This was Leland's his portrait of me that he had to draw when I was the star of the week. And I must have really had big hair that day because Leland thought it was pretty big. So I just loved it when they warmed up to me.
My proudest moments when we was reading Fish in a Tree, and they all had compassion and empathy for the characters, and related those situations to their own lives and how it can make them better.
I don't think I can pick one proudest moment because I had a proudest moment every day with this class.
Learning to do 3-digit subtraction is always one of the hardest concepts we do in 2nd grade. So whenever they get that and understand how to do it, I'm always very proud.
My proudest moment for this class was when they finally figured out that they could have fun and that they could learn information and remember it day to day.
My proudest moment was when they learned how to read and they were so excited about it. And the thing that I remember the most is that they wanted to read so bad that they would get so frustrated that they couldn't read the graphic novels that they wanted to read, and then seeing them accomplish being able to read.
My proudest moment when teaching this class is when they finally learned the multiplication facts.
I know that you all have goals, but I want you to remember to enjoy the journey along the way to the destination.
It's more than one word, but the best piece of advice that I would like everyone in this class to remember is that life is going to get you down. At some point, something's going to happen that's going to get you down, and it happens to all of us. So pick yourself up, dust yourself off, hold your head high, and be resilient.
I would say to always make good decisions and do the right thing, even if it means going against your friends, because doing the right thing will always bring you many more rewards throughout your life.
One sentence of advice that I would give this class is to continue to be kind every day.
My advice to you would be to not let your spirits be broken, but to learn to bend with others.
Always show kindness and always live your life with integrity and always be willing to work hard.
If you can't do anything else in the world, be kind.
I will miss their sense of humor.
I think that this class is going to be missed by the sound of their laughter. Whenever I see them at lunch or on the playground, the guys, the girls, they're always laughing. Something's always going on to make them laugh, and I'm really going to miss that.
I'll miss seeing their faces pass by in the hallway every morning.
This class is the one class that I've taught the most. I taught some of them in kindergarten, some of them in 3rd grade, and again in 5th grade. I'm going to miss their smiling faces most of all.
Their drive and demand for more, which made me grow as a teacher. I had to go beyond my comfort zone to be the best I could be for them.
I will really miss seeing this class at lunch every day because I've gotten to do that this past year and getting hugs from Wyatt and his classmates.
I'll miss the personalities that this class has. They vary so greatly, and once you embrace them, they are completely infectious and so easy to love.
Each year, I select a couple of students out of our 5th grade class to be my Principal Award winners. Each year, there's different criteria. Sometimes the 2 award winners have something in common, sometimes it's completely different and they have nothing in common. This year, in my view, these 2 students, I would consider them overcomers. Their teachers have described them this way. The girl, laid back, she's cheerful, she's tender-hearted, she's wholehearted, and she's peaceful. For the boy, he's soft-spoken, he's focused, he's confident, he's helpful, he's courageous. And I would say I have to agree with all of these sentiments. My 2020 Principal Award winners are Mila Flincham, and Levi Richardson. Congratulations, Mila and Levi, you're very well deserving. Parents, family members, and friends, it is my honor and my privilege and my pleasure to present to you our 5th grade graduating class.
Xenia Burgess, Nicholas Cardwell, Wyatt Collins, Cameron Connor, Reagan Dixon, Mila Flincham, Riley Flincham, Blake Folks, Seth Foltz, Leland Hernandez, Eli Holt, Aubrey Lovings, Lily Mabe, Logan Mabe, Austin Moorfield, Lindsay Parrish, Austin Pollard, Ariel Privets, Levi Richardson, Cheyenne Shores. Raven Simmons. Carson Smith. Taylor Stanley. Katie Sullivan. Grace Tucker. Eli Wells. Amelia Weatherby. Xana Woods. Congratulations.
At this time, I'd like to share a special song with our 5th grade class. Our time, it seems so short, so quickly slipped away. Though separated by miles, we won't forget your smiles. How truly blessed we have been to share with you in your lives. Now you turn life's page, and a tear comes to our eyes. We'll just say so long, but not goodbye, 'cause goodbye sounds forever. We'll just say so long, but not goodbye, 'cause goodbye sounds so long. It's not the end, it's just the beginning. Your journey's starting now. You'll stand so strong when the storm winds blow. We know you make us proud, make us proud. We'll just say so long, but not goodbye, 'cause goodbye sounds forever. We'll just say so long, but not goodbye, 'cause goodbye sounds so long. We'll say so long. Well, 5th graders, it's hard to believe that your 2019-2020 school year has come to an end. It seems like just yesterday you were getting out of the car or getting off the bus to begin your 5th grade school year here at Lawsonville, and now that 5th grade school year is ending. Before you go off to Piney Grove next year, I wanted to leave you with just a few words. First, I wanted to let you know how incredibly proud I am of you. You have become wonderful students. I'm proud of the academic progress that all of you have made, and I'm also proud of the growth that you've made just in becoming good people. You are a good leader here at our school. I've told many of you, those younger kids look up to you, And it's important for you to make good decisions and good choices in front of them so that they can see what that looks like. And you've done that, and I'm very proud of you for that. I'm also proud of how you've become friends to each other. All 28 of you were crammed in that little classroom all day long, but you've managed to get along with each other, and I'm very proud of you for doing that. That's not always easy, but you guys have become very strong as friends, and I know that that will carry you well into Piney Grove next year as you become 6th graders. As you go over there, I want to encourage you to continue to make good choices. The peer pressure to do crazy things will be great, not just in middle school, but also in high school and then in life in general. For some reason, folks always try to get you to do the wrong thing. But I know, and your parents know, that you have a very strong foundation and you are capable of making good, solid, positive choices. And I encourage you to do that for the rest of your lives. I am so looking forward to what you become as people. I know that you're going to make good moms and good dads. You're going to make good teachers. You're going to make good bankers. You're going to make good farmers. You're going to make good florists. You name it. The sky's the limit for you guys. And I look forward to hearing great things about you. Before you leave, I wanted to tell you one more thing. Actually, 2 more things. I want to let you know that we're going to miss you terribly. You guys have been wonderful students here at our school. It's been my honor and my privilege to be many of your principals for the entire elementary school years. And I wanted to let you know how incredibly proud I am of you. And finally, before you go, I wanted to let you know that your Lawsonville family loves you. And I want to let you know that if you need anything at Piney Grove, at North Stokes, in life, you can call us. We love you. Make us proud.